I feel like the designers went out of their way to give Risha massive thought.
Here goes!
Hey everybody, welcome back to more Legend of Heroes, Trails of Cold Steel 2. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we began the divertisement, kind of. We saw the cutscenes for the beginning of the divertisement. And this time we'll be actually really going along through this. There is also one thing I wanted to just quick go over. I forgot to last time. Lloyd has the True Gladiator belt equipped, and Risha has the Abyss Shadow. So yeah, to keep those in mind.
Commencing subjugation.
My turn.
Subjugation in a lead. The giant drum, as well as his little grass drum.
Activate.
Let's just go and analyze right away. Giant drum, a giant mollusk which inhabits the geofront, attacks all by causing the surrounding space to vibrate. It's a drum. It's what do you expect, really?
Behold my dance, an illusory offering to departing souls. Sleep, embraced by silver light. Bind!
I'm not a fan of him using that art, so.
Finish now! Rising sun!
Yeah, we're just gonna go through that real quick.
Alright, we're safe now.
Cut through them, good experience. Did get EP2, that's pretty nice.
That was some fight.
This sector has been abandoned for quite some time. It's not hard to imagine why so many powerful monsters settled in here. What amazes me more is how much these Arcus orbments are capable of.
Yeah, they'll be a real asset to us in the future. They're so modern, they're practically still in testing over at the Empire.
I miss the variety of arts I could use before, but in terms of balance, they're much more suited for combat than our Enigma 2s.
Well, Erebonia's always had the upper hand on military technology, if nothing else. We should count ourselves lucky that Michel got his hands on them for us. On that note, we should also count ourselves lucky for being able to utilize them so well. I don't think we've had a single problem linking up.
I admit, it's a strange feeling. It's as if we knew everything there was to know about one another, through and through. Almost as if we one.
How, poetic. Sort of like how you perform with Elia on stage, right? That's like being one. In a
Now that you mention it, you could that way. At this point, however, I doubt I would even need one of these to match my movements to hers in battle. So this is what the Geofront's E sector looks like. This one supposedly had its existence hidden from the general public, didn't it?
That's what Ellie said anyway. It was kept sealed off to keep everything inside strictly confidential. Corrupt officials and Diet members used it to conceal any information they didn't want leaking out. She did add that it wasn't its only use, though. Just one of them.
I see. Not the kind of place we can just leave as it is, then.
Yeah. We need to make our way through here, whatever it takes. Ready to give it everything we've got?
Of course.
The Diet members. Huh, interesting. Anyways, one thing I quick want to go over. The big thing with the bigger enemies, there are a few of them here. They will have the chance to drop 2 separate items. They will, calling them bosses, giving them the boss rundown isn't exactly for. They are just big enemies, but I'm going to give them because they're treated as bosses in their first encounter. We'll be able to see them much later on if you want to grind for some of these. Evade 2 is really good because There is a very tough boss at the very end of this, so you might want to be prepared for that. Just a good idea to have. One thing with this is that the entirety of this dungeon has a lot of going back and forth and raising or lowering platforms in order to change up where you...
The advantage
in order
is
to
ours.
change up what you can
Allow
all
me.
do in a specific location.
An opening.
So right now, the place that we're heading to, you know, the bridge that we're fighting on, this will be locked off after we progress a little bit further in the dungeon.
This is my
Well, not
chance.
locked off, we can still raise,
Allow
you know,
me.
we can fix it back up, but, you know.
Here goes.
For the most part, I'm not really going to
I'm still
worry
up for
about
more.
scouting out the smaller enemies. The smaller enemies either will take them out with the Dragon Vision, or it doesn't really matter as much if we find out what their stats are. They're basic enemies. Celestial Balm EX. There are no Zerum powders or Zerum capsules in this area, so you will have to rely on your powders. I don't remember that chest. So you will have to rely on Celestial Bombs or Thelus, or is it Athelis? One of them starts off with, I believe Risha
advantage
starts
is
off
ours.
with Athelis.
Allow me.
Yes. Let's show off True Dragon Claws. Not a great start because we missed. Fantastic. Great work, Risha. In that case, how about Raging Spin? Is that gonna do us any better?
Take this.
No, not really. Huh.
Right.
Well, we can at least do a Flare Bomb. Sure. We'll do some good damage. I swear the crafts are better than that.
Right. Yeah.
One thing is that since you don't really have all much prep and you don't have too much going for
Prepare
you at this
yourself.
point, the divertisement can actually be pretty difficult.
Arcus, activate.
Again,
Thanks.
these are... Well, also because the fact you only have two can make the divertisement quite difficult. And the final boss of the divertisement is pretty tough anyways, so
Prepare yourself.
that is something to keep in mind. Of course, we have Zero Art with Flare Bomb. Also with Lloyd, use S-Crafts a lot. He builds up
Let's
CP
keep
very quickly
moving.
with the True Gladiator belt. It is mainly so that you can keep up your Dragon Heart. What's the move called? Burning Heart. It is mainly so that you can. It's Twin Dragon plus Burning Heart is the. Yeah. But yeah.
This is a tight fit.
You know what, we can. Let's do that and that. You do start off with a few EP charges. Carrier Bomb and Reviving Bomb, by the way. I think you start off with those. I might have grabbed some of those. This is a lot of grinding to get your best items. So the divertisement can be a little bit annoying to deal with.
The advantage is ours.
I will admit.
Right.
Risha, can we actually show off True Dragon Claws? Thank you.
An opening.
And of course, because this is
Right.
only with the two of them, try to use your rushes pretty often.
All right.
And
We're
there
safe now.
we go. Nearly gets us up to 131 for our levels here. EP charge 4 going to be very nice. The orbit charging stations are pretty rare. They are they're uncommon. That's the better way to say that. Have a
What a
chest
nice treasure
down here,
chest.
a boss chest down here.
Commencing subjugation.
With another giant drone. So this one, pretty free to grab right away. We can just pop in one of these.
Right.
And I'm actually going to Burning Heart 2. Right here we can see, okay, it's 50. But really it's 46. 44. Because you'll immediately get it back.
Finish now.
It's just Rising Sun, sure. Another big thing is, since your main way of getting to switch up your quartz is through the through synthesizing them at orbit charging stations. All the orbit charging stations in this are the advanced ones that allow you to synthesize.
Embraced by silver light.
Then what am I trying to say? Grinding up Seepeth is a big thing. So one big thing is if you have the Seepeth up turn modifier on Lloyd, use his S-Craft. I believe all of those initial hits will pop out a little bit more Seepeth. Get the Grail Locket, which is immune to all statuses. Yeah, all statuses except KO. Does that mean that Burning Heart can't inflict faint? I could see it working like that, to be honest. I haven't really tried. If you do that and you missed, you can re-operate it like that. So, it's not like you do it once and it's permanently locked off like that. Not an issue there. Change up where the platform is. So that means that we can't get to where the the Balm EX. Can't get to that anymore. However, we can, well, advance through the dungeon. This dungeon is not terribly long. The Geofront is a pretty short dungeon. It is difficult, but reasonable enough.
Gotcha.
And I really should have probably used the rush. Oh well. It's fine. I'll just have to remember next time.
Nice knowing you've got my back, Risha.
Not a bad team, are we?
Just wanted to hear that because, well, this is the only time we'll be able to hear them. As for their voice actors, I've also missed the voice actors for a lot of our Act 2 people. I will be getting to those at a later point, not in the diversement. We do have one more dungeon left to go in the game, which it's a while until we'll... is it really? I don't know. It's not too long, I guess. But I will tackle all of the extra stuff that I usually like doing. I'll get that at that point in time. More big bats. They are very rotund.
Right.
Metal bats. We have to fire. We're getting real on much of this misses.
You're finished now.
If you skip the animation, you will not get those extra 2 bundles of Seepeth.
Activate.
Well. I ended up being a waste of a flare bomb, but whatever.
The battle's over, but we aren't safe yet.
Can clear that up. We got... I mean, we're getting there.
Found a chest.
7 Dragons armor. This is men only, so Lloyd only. Pretty good armor there. Actually, incredibly good armor, yeah. There are chests that will have a new weapon, armor, and shoes for each of them are scattered throughout the dungeon. So that is something to keep in mind. Yeah, sure.
Commencing subjugation. Right.
Oh, perfect. We had a 0 art. Which means that we can clear out those 2. And I need an unbalance so I can use my rush. That's
right.
Not a rush.
All right.
Or an unbalance.
We're safe now.
Okay, so yeah, we'll get items as we defeat every enemy. So
I'm just glad I'm going through first.
What's wrong?
Never mind me. I can't tell her it's because of her outfit.
Like I said at the top of the episode, I feel like the animators really went in on making
Right.
Risha's thighs massive. Like,
My turn!
good lord.
found a
Usually,
chest.
I feel like I've mentioned this, but as right there we get Risha's better weapon, the Bakuya, which also causes higher chance of crit as well as some feint on top of the stats. But generally in JRPGs, when they're trying to, let's just say, differentiate how a female character's silhouette looks, there's a certain area that they'll generally buff that Fee has pointed out on Emma a few times. And Million has pointed out on Emma. And also Million has pointed out on, like, everyone. But they went in on making Risha different. And yeah. Orbit charging station over here for as we get to block 2. Yeah, I might as well start getting set up for everything else. One thing that I do enjoy having is EP Cut 2. Oh, I don't have nearly enough space. I have enough for EP Cut 1. I could go for. Is that? I mean, that is still 20%. So yeah, I'll do that. Impede could be pretty nice. At this point, flat bonuses aren't great. Interesting. We're gonna try it out. The Spirit Breaker's there. And as for Risha, what do I drop? I mean, sleep's not a fantastic thing, but ooh, that's a good question. Probably just drop, yeah, EP2. Drop EP2, maybe give it to Lloyd? Sure, why not? I wouldn't bother with upgrading slots. It is very expensive, so, yeah. It would give you more freedom, sure, but again, it is at the cost of that very high expense. And I believe there is a line of dialogue if we head out over here, or is that in the next one?
Oh, the platform's been lowered.
There must be something to raise it nearby.
I mean, we're an anime, you can definitely make that jump, but whatever, it's fine. And, speaking of whatever, it's fine, I think that'll do it for this episode. So, next time, we'll start exploring through Block 2. But until then, see you guys later.